Hello everybody and welcome back to Boys and Cars. Today I've really messed up my green screen. It just doesn't want to behave, so I apologise for any jaggies. This is Will and my colleagues helping me out, trying to make sure that everything works. But I'll talk you through it, and this one will be a bit of a shorter one. This is where we start, and you can actually see the bolts and the nut welded onto the exhaust system. Having a quick look at there, and it's done on a spring system and a ball sort of socket method of having exhaust, which is how most cars are done these days. And we struggled like hell to get the hangers off. We had to grease them up, we had to do all sorts of things. My advice to you would be to actually buy new hangers when you do it. Grease them all to holy hell, pull them off, degrease the hooks for the hangers, and then put the new hangers on top. We didn't do that. I just reused the old hangers, but it is possible that you can damage the hangers by doing this. Luckily, we didn't. Once it's on and you are bolting the ball and socket joint back into place, make sure you do it tight, make sure those springs are there. That's why they're there, so that it doesn't move around with the ball socket and under hard cornering. Not that I'm going to be cornering, I might corner that hard one day, but it certainly won't be for very long. And you can obviously see there how the exhaust sort of lies down. We chose to do the exhaust first rather than the diffuser. The instructions actually stated in the diffuser first because we wanted to see how the diffuser fitted into or onto the rear back plate itself. And this is, you can see, Will screwing on, ratcheting on, is that the right word? Tightening up the spring screws to make sure they go on. After this, it's time to get the car ready, and this did hurt me to do to a brand new car with no miles on it whatsoever, but you got to sand down the plastic edge that the diffuser is going to fit to, because you do need to make a good contact point to be able to do it. It may hurt to do this, but you got to do it if you want that diffuser on. Lining it up, obviously, very, very important. And then you're going to want to use some Tiger Seal and, well, in this case we actually used No More Nails glue, like special super ridiculous glue, and then there will be some slight gaps around the edges, and then you want to Tiger Seal those bad boys in and make sure that there's no way that the water can actually get into the diffuser. It looks badass, and you want to make sure it's held on with plenty of tape. A clamp if you can. We didn't have any clamps available, unfortunately, and it does look absolutely fantastic, but better than that is the noise, but that will be shown a little bit later on. In fact, it will be shown at the very end of the video, so if you do want to hear the noise of the car, wait till the end of the video and you can see it there compared to a normal MX5. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll let myself do the intro. So the biggest bastard to do myself was this. Okay, now it looks very flush and it is pretty much spot on. I was out by about 1/4 of an inch this side, as you can see, just a tiny bit. I'm sure I'll be able to jig it, and this is actually holding this exhaust a little bit further one way anyway, so when I take this off, then it will be absolutely fine. And the only rough part is right at the edge here, where unfortunately there was a very, very small gap. This can actually be remedied. When it's all dry, we can take it off and then redo it in. The sound is amazing though. Again, big props to Will for helping me out. I've never been able to do it without him. Is it of production level quality? Like I want it to be? Not quite, but it's good enough to be, when I take this off, when I take all of this stuff off here, and actually get it on the floor, I can actually go in with proper epoxy and actually get it so it sits flush, so it will be as near as can be. Yeah, these aren't staying in here long. These are going to become LEDs. There's the boot release. If you didn't know where a Mazda MX5 boot release, now you know. Fantastic. So yeah, that's the exhaust. It's an Ultra exhaust made in Germany. This is the diffuser. The diffuser comes with it. You can buy it from MX5 parts, and you'll be able to hear some what it sounds like. Well, right now.